Abandonment. To overcome feelings of abandonment, connect with your higher self. Feelings of abandonment can creep up in the most unexpected times and places in our life. You know, you hear the idea of abandonment issues. Abandonment issues are real. You know, there are a lot of humans having had the experience of losing a parent through divorce, death, war, just leaving the family, choosing to not be a part of the child's life, work taking the parent away from the child, and lots of other little abandonments that take place, but the big ones especially leave an imprint in the person that they carry with them. And some of the emotions, you know, or extensions of abandonment issues can result in like shame, low self-esteem, anger, rebellion, you know, like there are reactions that the people who experience this then have as a way of coping, and just how it affects their self-concept and belief system and things like that, because it hurts. Abandonment is very confusing. A child usually doesn't understand why it happens, and so they may take too much responsibility for it happening. And so then what happens, you know, we suppress this stuff, and then we go about our lives, and we, you know, naturally it affects our energy, and so we attract people and situations that are going to mirror this abandonment to us. Either obviously through being abandoned, you know, in a relationship, literally being left, being dumped, these kinds of things, rejection, but even, you know, subtle things that can happen. A partner working all the time or having to travel for work can trigger an old abandonment issue from the past. And so, I mean, there's just a lot of different ways that this comes up really strongly for people, or very subtly. And ideally, you know, we will be solid in ourself. We are connected enough in ourselves with who we are. We're able to meet our needs emotionally, physically, sexually, mentally, spiritually. We're whole from within, so that if what someone does outside of us doesn't knock us off our center. And abandonment, you know, if you experience it as abandonment, then you will be off your center. And that's a really painful way to live. And so with this card, it's saying if you're feeling abandoned in a situation or a relationship, connect with yourself. If you keep looking to this person or situation to fulfill you, then you're likely to continue to suffer and re-experience the trauma of being abandoned, which triggers shame, anger, rejection, confusion, all of these different things. You will continue to feel that way, but if you can stop and bring enough awareness to yourself and your situation and just connect with yourself, remind yourself who you are and how wonderful you are and how you're going to be okay no matter what. You can take care of yourself, and that you will love again, or you will work again, or you will have friends again. Just not seeking, you know, dipping too much into the old emotions to where you get lost in the feeling. It's not just like a part of the natural grief process on when there's an ending. I mean, you may feel sad, but sadness isn't the same as abandonment. Feeling abandoned and all the emotions and suffering that goes with that. Feeling sad is just feeling sad, but I know I'll move through it. Abandonment is, you know, how am I going to survive It's a survival, instinctual kind of emotion, even when logically we know it's, our world isn't over. If you experienced abandonment in the past, you might experience it a lot more intensely because that hasn't been resolved. So it's important to resolve that and heal that and release and any emotions around that that haven't been consciously processed or expressed. So that'll help you get closure with that. And then in the here and now, connect with yourself. Find out who you are. Find out what you need and how you can be there for yourself. And that'll help you regroup and pull your energy back into you and feel a lot more safe and centered and calm with the issue that you're finding yourself having to deal with.
Let's cut out the melodrama so we can wake up the whole wide world. Let's make up and start all over.